The ancient land has been found and the leaders of civilizations have been sent to build its empires. You are one of these leaders. But will you be able to make the most of it and bring your civilization to the pinnacle of its glory? Welcome to Rise and Fall Preview. Greetings, board gaming family of YouTube. This is Adam, aka Weekly Game Night, and today I will be previewing Rise and Fall by Ludically. This game was designed by Christoph Bellinger, and the reason why I want to try this game out is because for a long time I have in my collection Earth Reborn, basically game designed by same people, same guy, and published by same people. And yeah, although it's completely different game, I really like this one, so I want to try Rise and Fall. So Rise and Fall is currently on Kickstarter, so if you will like what you see, you will find the link to the Kickstarter campaign in the description of this video. And in this video, we have a lot to unpack, because I will be showing you gameplay basics, I will show you all the game elements, and I will tell you a little bit about my impression and opinion about this game. And this game is a strategic game for 2 to 4 players in which you will conquer, without the fights, conquer unknown land. And yeah, it's fun, it's dynamic, and well, without further ado, let's get to the gameplay basics. But before we move on, if you like what you see, you might subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. And also, if you have any question about Rise and Fall, let me know in the comments as well. So now it's time for the gameplay basics and presentation of all the gameplay elements, including these magnificent meeples. Check it out. Rise and Fall is a strategic control game that includes unit and structure development. The game is played on a map consisting of tiles of several types: water, plains, forest, mountains, and glaciers. You will start each game by creating 3D world. Each time the world will be different, so have some fun while stacking the tiles like I do here. Do you feel the civilization game vibe? I certainly do. Next, you will choose the color of your civilization and take the civilization cards. Each card provides you with plenty of actions for each of your unit and structure: nomads, mountaineers, ships, merchants, cities, and temples. And now it's the meeple time! Each faction comes with 33 meeples that look simply amazing. If side buildings would look like that, I would save a ton of time not painting them, but that's a completely different story. Good job, Ludically! Finally, to complete the setup, you will place your starting city and units on a board, and that's it. Time to play! The aim of the game is to score the most points, but the game will end once all players gather a given number of trophies. The game is played in rounds that consist of several phases. First, you will plan your strategy by playing civilization cards and unveiling them simultaneously. Next, it's time for some action. You will perform the actions with each of the units associated with the card you've chosen. Here is the actions breakdown. Nomads, the great travelers. They can construct the cities and temples, gather resources, and construct the ships as well. Cities. The ever-growing centers of your civilization allows you to create nomads, and with the education system you can turn nomads into merchants and mountaineers. If at any point you run out of cash, then you can collect taxes. Ships. One of the most versatile units. It can travel fast and construct a city or a temple, or transform into a nomad or merchant. It can also establish trade routes. Mountaineers. Swift and useful, They can travel far to construct distant cities and gather resources. Also, it's the only unit that can enter the glacier area. Merchants, your trade units. They can trade with all the cities to bring wealth to your kingdom. Temples, the only semi-offensive structures in the game that for a bribe can convert enemy units into your own. It can also collect the taxes. Okay, that's enough about units and possible actions, but if you place your last game piece of any given type on a board, you will claim the trophy. And if you do, you have to place one of your civilization cards in the decline zone, so you won't be able to activate these units anymore. But don't worry, you can buy it back for some cash in the next phase. Finally, you will recycle your cards if you run out of them, and it's the end of the turn. That's it. Once the players gather enough trophies, the game will end. You will get points for your coins and trophies. You will also score points for your unit and structures that are present on the board and associated with the cards that are not in the reserve or decline. Finally, the region control. A region is a set of adjacent spaces that share the same terrain type. In this example, the red player will score 16 points for controlling the huge plains region, while in this case the green player will score whopping 26 points for controlling the sea region. And that's it folks, the player with the most points wins the game. Make sure to check the rulebook to discover all the rules and strategies of Rise and Fall. Okay, I'm glad to have you back, and now let me tell you a little bit about this game from my perspective. So first of all, this game is very easy to learn, so the rules aren't complicated at all. You can easily explain it in about 5 to 10 minutes to people who haven't played it, and this game is also very dynamic and it flows so nicely. Well, that is until you get to the final rounds, because the closer you are to the end game condition, the more it will take you a little bit more to play the final rounds, because all the players will think how to place their units and capture those different regions, because you will get most points in this game for capturing regions, and the bigger the region is, the more points you get. So it's a little bit of thinking in the end of the game about how to get most points. But as this game is easy and it flows so nice, you may be able to play this game with practically everyone. So I played it with my 10-year-old daughter and also with a bunch of my folks from my gaming group. And yeah, this was two different games, of course, but still we all had fun. And also this game is language independent, so you only need to be able to read the rules, and as you play it, there is no text on any card, and that is what makes this game a gateway civilization development or area control game, at least to me. I really like the visuals, so 3D world and all the meeples, and when you place the meeple on the map, it starts to feel alive. It's like you're looking at some ancient land, and all the elements look so good. But with that being said, there is like 120 meeples or even more, and plenty of these map tiles. But basically, that's it, which might be good, might be bad, depending on what you like. Oh, and I forgot to mention these coins, which are probably the best cardboard-looking coins I have seen in a board game. So kudos for that. And I really liked the temple's building, not because of the building mini, although this is nice, but they can convert enemy units, and in the beginning of the game you don't really use them, but when you get to the final rounds of the game, this is when it gets interesting, because with this tiny little building you will be able to convert the enemy units to become your own, and with that you can occupy a region and have most units in a region in which you want those units, or you need those units. So this is very interesting, because if you place them in some very strategic positions, they will be able to give you some points, really, believe me. As I said, this game is easy to learn, easy to play, it's dynamic, but with that being said, with your unit and your structures, you get to do plenty of actions, because each of them gives you ability to do a couple of different actions. And yeah, you won't get bored. It's not a game in which you can only do like 2, 3, or 5 things. For example, on this temple structure, you can see 2 actions, but when we get to these nomads, you can see 4 actions it may perform, and that's why you get plenty of possibilities. But as I said, this is dynamic, this game won't burn your brain, so it's cool. If you like this kind of game, it's really, really cool. It's fun, we are here for the entertainment, so this game is fun. Starting with constructing the world, which by the way reminds me of Intro to Old Civilization game, in which the world was basically being created. So when you see the plains, the forests, and mountains and glaciers rising from the sea, actually, I don't know, it's so appealing to me. But also, this game is fun because it provides you with a lot of possibilities, and still, whatever you do, you will get some points. And I guess that's fair enough, but if you want to be competitive, of course you can, because this game provides you a lot of strategic options as well. But still, you know, you get this feeling that it's all good, there's no combat involved. You may just play it like freely, and this is also what makes this game, to me at least, a gateway game to civilization development kind of games like Clash of Cultures. So it's less complicated, faster, more dynamic, it won't burn your brain. And if you like games like this, then definitely try Rise and Fall out. And you will be able to play this game with people who like easy to medium games, or people new to board gaming in general. But I wouldn't recommend that game necessarily to more experienced player looking for some sophisticated gameplay, because this is not Rise and Fall. Rise and Fall is all about being strategic, dynamic, and fun. Alright, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, make sure to check Rise and Fall on Kickstarter, and you will find a link to this Kickstarter campaign in the description of this video. That's it for me, and stay sexy. Bye!